There have been so many false claims circulating about COVID-19 vaccines, and because of these falsehoods, many persons are refusing to get the vaccine. This puts many of us at risk and prevents us from making the progress that we should be making if we all play our part and get vaccinated. Let us look at some of those myths and correct these misconceptions. Myth number 1. The COVID-19 vaccine is not safe because it was developed and tested too quickly. Fact. Many pharmaceutical companies invested significant resources into quickly developing a vaccine for COVID-19 because of the worldwide impact of the pandemic. The emergency situation warranted an emergency response, but that does not mean that the companies bypassed safety protocols or didn't perform adequate testing. These vaccines were fast-tracked, but the parts that were fast-tracked were the paperwork, the administrative approvals, the time to get the funding, and the time it took to enroll patients for the trials. The follow-up was as thorough as it is for any vaccine. The manufacturing of the vaccines did not cut any corners. All of the requirements that physicians hold for the licensure of any vaccine were completed by the manufacturers. Myth number 2. If a person already had COVID-19 and has recovered, the person does not need to get a COVID-19 vaccine. Fact. If a person had COVID-19 and has recovered, we still do not know for how long that person will be protected from getting COVID-19 again. This is called natural immunity. Early evidence suggests natural immunity from COVID-19 may not last very long, but more studies are needed to better understand this. It is recommended that you get the COVID-19 vaccine even if you already had COVID-19. However, if you had COVID-19, you should delay vaccination until about 90 days from the time you were diagnosed. People should also not get vaccinated if in quarantine after exposure or if they have COVID-19 symptoms. Myth number 3. I won't need to wear a mask after I get the COVID-19 vaccine. Fact. Until more is understood about how well the vaccines work, especially with the emerging variants, people who have been vaccinated should still follow all current public health guidelines for masking, hand washing, social distancing, and so on. Myth number 4. More people will die as a result of a negative side effect to the COVID-19 vaccine than would actually die from the virus. Fact. Yes, some people that receive the vaccine may experience side effects as their immune system responds, but this is common when receiving any vaccine and is not serious or life-threatening. You cannot get COVID-19 infection from the COVID-19 vaccines. They are inactivated vaccines and not live viruses. Remember, when we get the vaccine, we are not only protecting ourselves from COVID-19, but we are preventing the spread of the virus to others and preventing infection that could lead to long-term negative health effects. Myth number 5. The COVID-19 vaccine was developed in order to control the general population, either through microchip tracking or nano transducers in our brains. Fact: there is no vaccine microchip, and the vaccine will not track people or gather personal information into a database. Myth number 6. COVID-19 vaccines cause infertility or miscarriage. Fact: COVID-19 vaccines have not been linked to infertility or miscarriage. The best evidence comes from women who got sick with COVID-19 while pregnant. While data clearly indicate pregnant women are at greater risk of hospitalization due to COVID-19 infection, there is no evidence of increased miscarriage rates. This has not happened.